biological. I just wanted to remind everybody, which you probably knew, that I think it's kind of amazing. Have you all seen her magazine? Did you see it pass around? I think this is the coolest thing.
I haven't seen it.
You'll see it.
I was remembering when I was in the 7th grade and I went to visit Cynthia, and she was looking at this art book that was in her family's book of, they had this wonderful bookshelf with all these interesting things. And it had like, Max Ernst, is that the guy's? I don't know, I'm terrible with art. And she was showing me all these different categories and types, and I don't know how far she was along in her own art training, but she knew enough to teach. And she was such a good teacher. And I didn't care about art. It was the last thing in my mind, but she was so good at making me wonder, well, why do you think they did this? Why do you think he exaggerated this? Of course, I left. I was fascinated. I was bugging my parents about getting the art books. I don't know. And so I thought, wow, Cynthia's such a great teacher. Isn't this great? She could go anywhere in the world. She's fascinated with detail. She likes to learn and absorb things, which I was thinking about as she gets ready to go to Greece and all these years that she's been trained to go, learning the language and the culture. And then I was also thinking, though, when I was early in college, and as everyone does when they're in college, you think, I'm going to write poetry. I'm the first person who's ever thought about writing poetry. And of course mine is the best, and no one's ever written it well until I did. And that was a little bit of the other side. Cynthia's very good at teaching me things, categories. And she'd also say, I really like this one, this one, And I thought, we were just walking over, and she was showing us the places where she was going to go through and had these great ideas for breaking up a page and making the visuals pop and doing little things that will make a big difference. And I thought, 2 things. In 6 months, Cynthia is going to be adored by everyone she works with. For the first 3 weeks, they're going to be hitting her.
He likened me to Anna Wintour.
But when they see where she's going and they kind of get the feel for it, they're going to love it because there's always a meaning behind it. It's never, it's never negative for its own sake. It's always with an eye toward the ideal, and I think that is true even if I can mention press clips. But in these different incarnations I've known, it's always been an underlying sense of fairness and idealism and just love of getting things right and getting things better and possibility. So I guess that's on my mind, I think, with all of us today, because she's leaving for 6 months, and it's a time of possibility. And none of us, not even Cynthia, knows what the possibility will be like.
Just xeri tine grafta.
As they say.
Yamena.
Blaming the future.
Blaming the future.
Who knows what's written for us?
But what could be more
Keep trying to
exciting?
tell it, take responsibility.
That's very American.
So I'm so happy that everyone's here. She's surrounded by so much love, and I'm grateful that I was able to be here today. And, so on my mind, it's just the possibility. It's wide open. It will be written by Cynthia herself. And so we look forward 6 months later to finding out how it went and hearing along the way how it's going. Yes.
Yes, let's meet again in 6 months.
And on the note of poetry...
Thank you so much. Keep talking.
On the note of poetry, however, in this case not bad poetry like mine, but actually someone has written her just a few lines of verse and wants to...
Oh!
Hey.
Dusty's an expert at the goodbye verse.
Yeah?
Yep.
The hole in the village will be way hard to miss. But hell, who are we to carp at her bliss? And thanks to Apollo that it's now come to this, that she'll soon share her magic, our dear Artemis.
Thank you so much. I'm going to treasure that one.
The loss of one village is the gain of another.
Yeah, definitely.
It takes a village.
It takes a village.
Paros is not going to know what's going to happen.
What hit it?
Cynthia is going.
Okay, come on.
Little by little.
Yanni, don't you want to contribute just a little,
Pressure drops.
just a little
I'm
speech?
contributing as we speak. No,
Yes.
how can I?
Oh, come on.
Improv.
He's just too shy.
No, I'm just saying, best time to visit is April.
Okay, Yanni?
It says you're all invited in April.
Yanni?
For
Yanni? Yanni, put it like this.
Swallows.
Well, everyone is invited. Really, April, May, June is the time to come. Not before then.
What's the weather like now?
It's rainy, but it's in the 50s. It's not that bad.
That's not so bad.
And the
As
sun's
opposed to
hot.
the 20s, yeah.
This is, yes, as opposed to freezing, rain, cold, and wind. I shall remember it, ladies. Let me not forget Chesley.
In May, and it was
And Ted.
sunny, and the hillside made me think of lamb